In this lesson, we're going to play around with the figure and image elements. Let's go ahead and get started with the image element. So here is the image tag, and the image tag does not have a closing tag, such as article. It has a closing tag here and the closing tag for main. It doesn't have that. It is what we call a self-closing element. It does not carry content inside of it. So you're just going to put a / there at the end of the tag. And it has two attributes that are required. And one of those is source. And the other one, is alternate. And you type it as such. For the source attribute, the value is simply the name of your image or a link to the image. If the image were to be at the root directory of your file, such as where this index.html is, if it was at the same level, you would type simply the name of the image and the extension. If the image is inside of a folder that is at the root directory of your project, then you would type the folder name / and then the image name. Now, I cannot upload an image here onto Scrimba, but I can link to an external image somewhere else on the internet. So I'm just going to grab a URL and paste it right here. I'm going to hit save. There we go. Now we can see the image. Feel free to play around with this. Grab an image from the internet and try to embed it right there in the source. This alternate attribute, the value that you place here, now for the alt attribute, what you're telling the browser is if you cannot load the image, what alternate information it can show. So here you simply type information about the image, such as a laptop with a mouse on a desk, and a pair of glasses. Now, this can be especially helpful for people that are visiting your site but are visually impaired, and they may be using screen readers to view and maybe using screen readers to navigate your site. And though they cannot see the image, they can get an idea of the image that you're using on your page as an illustration or a graph. So these are the two required attributes of the image tag. Now let's go ahead and move on to the figure tag. So this one does have an opening and a closing tag. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in. I'm going to indent image right here. Perfect. Now the figure element has an element. Now the figure element has a child element that is to be used together with it, and that is called figcaption. That also has an opening and closing tag. And in here, I'm gonna write a caption to the image just to give it a little description. It could be now let's learn about the fig. Now let's learn about the figure element. The figure element specifies self-contained content, not just images. It could be an illustration, it could be code, photos, diagrams, etc. I'm going to write the closing tag here. And What's special about the figure element is that it has a child element that goes along with it called figcaption. And in here, you can write a caption that is directly related to the content inside the figure element. This could be at the top of the figure element or at the bottom as I am placing it here. And here I'm going to describe uh, and here I'm going to describe the the figure image. I'm going to hit save. All right, and we can see how the browser will attach this caption right to the bottom of the image as a little description. Alternatively, you can add styles to this and change how it behaves. As an example, I have made a class that we can add here. I have styled this with CSS to the class of hero. I'm going to hit save. Here we go. We can see the caption is on top, the image is blurred. You can play around with figure and editing the content of it. So um, as you can see, CSS completely modified the way the caption looks and the image itself looks is now blurred. So don't feel limited by figcaption. It is another tool that we can use to style our content more effectively. So as you can see, I have applied so as you can see, I have applied quite a bit of So as you can see, I have modified quite a bit the figure image, the figure element. So as you can see, I have modified quite a bit the figure element and the contents of the figure elements, such as the image and the caption. So don't feel like it's going to limit you. It is simply more semantic to use it when you need it, and you are completely free to make it look how you need it to. And you are completely free to make it look just how you need it.